Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Clair Obscur Expedition 33 cast reveal trailer. People are always asking me if I've seen these things. At this point, I just need to be better about uploading it to YouTube. Sometimes I watch them on stream and that'll be it. You know, everyone will wonder, oh, did you see that? Do you know about this? Might as well just get better at posting it to YouTube and here on the main channel instead of trying to do it on the side one. Funny thing before we get started, I guess I Berenstein bared myself on this one. I swear it was Clair Obscura. I swear there was an A in there. So goes to show how good my memory is with this stuff. But I haven't seen the cast reveal trailer yet. I have seen some of the voice actors talking about their participation over on social media. So I'm curious to see, because I think as a Final Fantasy fan, my impression of the first trailer was that Final Fantasy can learn a lot from this. Obviously, they've learned a lot from Atlas with what we saw in the initial trailer, and I'm hoping to see more of those elements here. So before I talk about it anymore, I say we just get into it. Hopefully the volume ends up being okay.
Peggy 16.
Oh, wow, I timed that just perfectly, huh?
Do you know what it means to disappear into nothingness?
This black screen is teaching me about it.
Their memories,
Holy moly, it looks good.
their dreams,
That's
their
insane.
love for each other.
Like, that's actually insane,
We
just
exist
looking at this bit.
for as long as she wants. You won't yet understand. But this is a kindness.
I'm blown away. I didn't remember it even
Plan
looking
doesn't
remotely
change.
this good.
We keep heading north. We aim for the monolith.
Okay.
I am
Oh
not
my goodness.
letting my own die
It's-
out here.
I hope it runs well. That's all I'm thinking when I see this. Yeah, we have the really stylized. I actually kind of want to go back and look at all this. Yeah, we saw these timed hits. My word, dude.
Why do you refuse to see?
Parry, counter. I can't wait to see. I gotta go back and watch that section. The gameplay sections I gotta see more of. The entire expedition doing a counter at once. I said Expedition 33 did a counter. Oh my god. That's a big number, 37,000. Look at all that. There's something I'm gonna tell you guys after this, because this is actually blowing my mind right now.
May everything be decided before their very eyes.
Cursed. All right, hold on. So I'll tell you. Okay. So I'm gonna have to move this because all the names are at the bottom. I just paused on that. So I remember seeing on social that Charlie Cox was one of the voice actors, but I actually want to see these names one at a time. I'm terrible with voice actors. So I'm gonna need people to. I'm gonna probably just go Google it right after this. But I'm like really bad with voice actors' names. So like Kirsty Ryder as Loon or Lune. Like I don't know people by their names. I just know like the roles they've played. So this person, Kirsty Ryder, Salmon, voice Loon, Chief Expedition. Yeah. See, like I need to know their like IMDb. Like I don't even want to finish the trial. I gotta know this right now. Space Pirates, The Sandman, Girl Before. So she's done some big stuff. Kirsty Ryder. Okay, Space Pirates, Girl Before, The Sandman. I haven't seen any of those. I've heard Sandman's okay. I've heard a little bit about that. Oh, she was in Sifu. I haven't watched a whole lot of anything. I didn't play Sifu, so that's okay. That's good. All right, Shala Nyx. I need to know all of these. Shala Nyx. I'm assuming this is her. Banishers, Ghost of New Eden. She did Assassin's Creed, Cyberpunk, Baldur's Gate, Kalarina the Wolf. Okay. Diablo 4, additional voices. Oh, she did a voice in Lord of the Rings Gollum. She was one of the elves. Maybe not the best thing to have under your... But no, Baldur's Gate 3 and Cyberpunk, Phantom Liberty as Faradin Nazari. Okay, Charlie Cox. I don't need to look that up. That one I got.
Between the bars.
Jennifer English. Okay, Jennifer English. Yeah, no, don't worry. I know. I know exactly who Charlie Cox is. Who is Jennifer English? Baldur's Gate 3, Elden Ring. Okay, yeah, so she's got a lot behind her. Yeah, she's Shadowheart. I think we're gonna have some people's favorite character here in Clair Obscur. After I played through most of Baldur's Gate 3, my co-op campaign kind of fell through in Act 3 just because it was taking too long. She was Latenna in Elden Ring. Okay. Also in Divinity Original Sin 2. I played through 20 hours of DOS 2. I remember exactly where I stopped in DOS 2. It was just taking too much time for me at the time. Okay. And speaking of Gollum, yeah, Andy Serkis, that's
Shadow.
obvious one. We obviously know Ben Starr, yeah. We knew Ben Starr was in it. We found that out a while ago.
See you
Claire, I swear it was Obscura.
in the next life.
I swear it was. And I already went ahead, spring 20. Yeah, I saw that on socials anyway, spring 2025. So I'm going to okay, this is going to sound like, I don't even know how to describe it. So when I was in college, I went to college in IT and I took a major / some courses in game design. And we were tasked with really more of the theoretical. We did do some programming. I did work on a project or two before I left college. But one of the big things that I always wanted to accomplish was a turn-based RPG with skill-based expression. And I was thinking of things like having to actively switch rows in combat, having to actively block and counter. And it's why I've always shown a great appreciation for games like Super Mario RPG, more recently Sea of Stars. I like that extra level of engagement because that's something that's really easy to adjust difficulty-wise, right? For the people who really like those kind of features and the people who want something a little bit more traditional. And I'm curious to see if this game will actually do that. It has flee, skip, turn, back at the bottom. It has the HP values. It has either what's a guard counter in the bottom right, or I guess I can check to see. It might just be like a mana value. Yeah. So it's more like an action value. And when you perfectly guard, I think it gives you. There's the counter. I know I saw earlier what happened when they actually parried a part or two. Yeah, by successfully pairing, it adds 1. You can see the pop-ups, the +1/+1. So you really have to be, working for those parries and those counters, and there's team counters, there's individual part. Yeah. So a whole lot of elements. I have a massive appreciation for that. And it's something that I'm surprised we've seen not as much of over the years. And the games that have done it, I feel like have really stood the test of time and will continue to stand the test of time in RPGs. But that was always something I really wanted to work on. And seeing the system they've come up with here, it's not too dissimilar from a system that I was actively kind of theorizing back in college. So to see that brought to life in what is quite frankly a beautiful game, already love the soundtrack in the back, superstar cast, especially now that I actually know a little bit more about the talent. Also, I just noticed there's feet on this thing's back. Is it carrying a body or the feet attached to it? It looks like, I don't know, but it's got a scary mask. It just blows my mind seeing this. Like, as a Final Fantasy fan, I've been okay. And I've actually enjoyed a lot of their experiments into other franchises, other genres that aren't strictly turn-based. But the excuse of, as the graphics get better, turn-based combat doesn't make as much sense. I feel like this is a direct call out to that. And that this is something that Square and other RPG creators need to look at. And I don't think this is the first thing they've needed to look at. I think that there's obviously Metaphor just came out. We've seen Persona, and there have been plenty of other turn-based RPGs that have shown examples. Heck, even Yakuza, like a Dragon, is like an insanely good representation of like where turn-based games can go and how they can look and how successful they can still be. We've seen so many examples. But for me, this is coming off as like the ultimate like call out to the Final Fantasy franchise. These are as high fidelity graphics as I've ever seen on a turn-based RPG. Taking me back to what was it on the Xbox? Was it Lost Odyssey that I'm thinking of? I think that's the one. My brain is not at full function here. Where that was really like that pushed graphics really far. And it's weird because Square has pushed graphics far in the past, and it's been fine with turn-based. Like when Final Fantasy X came out, it was like the graphical fidelity was fantastic, and being turn-based then wasn't a problem then. How has it evolved since that point? I like 16, and I've enjoyed what they've tried to do, but I think Square is going to look at this and how it comes off, the storytelling, the realism to it. And this, I don't know. This is the game to have my eye on. If you're an RPG fan, heck, even if you're not, to me, this is already the game to have your eye on for next year. Highly stylized screens here. I'm wondering about customization, because generally when you have more engaging RPG gameplay, like turn-based with the block parry, you tend to have less engaging customization systems, but that doesn't have to be the case here. I mean, we can see that how, Fleur at Fury, high physical damage, 3 hits, alternates between offensive and defensive stance. So I'd assume that gives you the ability to go forward and attack and then step back into the defensive stance and actually go for those parries. You have a 1-hit physical ability that costs 2. You have Swift Stride, physical damage switches to defensive stance if target is burning. So like you can combo that to make sure you're back into something that, like, you can already see some of the RPG engagements they're looking for. We see debuffs, we see stance dancing, we see the active parry combat, the active parry elements, the counter elements. There's so much already in play. It looks like we have turn order in the top left as well. So you can see like the, speed-based, again, going back to Final Fantasy X. There's also the ability to be stanceless, which we can see in the bottom right, which means you can kind of, I guess, balance your offense and your defense, instead of doing more and taking more or doing less and taking less. It looks like maybe that's like their take on rows, for example, front row, back row. I haven't read anything. So this is just what I'm getting strictly from a trailer. The fact that I can get all that from a trailer, I mean, you've put out a great trailer. Like you've already done that. And then you can also see over on the right-hand side there, some of their other skills. You press R2, they have a few other skills, look like a secondary weapon, because you see Rain of Fire, Mezzoforte, Sword Ballet, which requires 9, which they don't have enough. There's so much in such a short trailer. It's one of the more effective RPG trailers I've seen, showcasing the things RPG players look for with graphics, with music, with exploration, with combat. It's not like 2-3 minutes of just a hype cinematic with a few snippets of gameplay, tucked somewhere in between. It is a masterclass trailer, and I'm so glad I waited to see this. I'm recording myself actually watching this. So I could ramble on about so many individual elements of this. There's the fire weakness. Okay, no. We should stop. I think I've made my point. Clair Obscur, if you're an RPG fan, it needs to be on your radar. It's like a must-watch game. It's a must wish list, a must pay attention to, or an ignore everything because you want to be as surprised as possible game. But spring 2025, I got my eyes on this one. So thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed my analysis and reaction to Clair Obscur Expedition 33's cast reveal trailer. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below. And if there's any other hype RPGs coming up that I may not know about, let me know in the comment section of the video below as well. But anyway, I will see all of you in the next video. And until then, take care.